Anticipated 35% growth in transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025. Competitive analysis of the global landscape. Executive summary. This report examines the anticipated growth of 35% in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025. This growth is attributed to a convergence of economic recovery, government investments, and technological advancements. Insights from various sources reveal key trends and challenges that will shape the future landscape of these sectors. 1. Integration of information from all sources. 1.1 Construction sector growth. According to Deloitte, the construction industry demonstrated robust fundamentals in 2024 with a 10% increase in nominal value added and a 12% rise in gross output. This growth is largely driven by government investments from the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act (IIJA) and the Inflation Reduction Act (IRA), stimulating demand in both residential and non-residential construction segments. The construction spending exceeded $2 trillion, reflecting a balanced trajectory through the first half of 2024. Despite challenges like labor shortages and inflation, a reduction in interest rates is expected to further bolster demand in 2025. 1.2 Manufacturing sector dynamics. The manufacturing sector has also seen significant investments, particularly in clean technology, with over $31 billion allocated to clean tech manufacturing facilities in 2024. Challenges such as high costs and labor shortages persist, yet lower interest rates are projected to stimulate growth throughout 2025. The demand for manufactured goods, especially in clean technology, is anticipated to escalate as consumer preferences shift towards sustainable products. 2. Common key points. 2.1 Government investment. Government spending, particularly in infrastructure and clean technology, plays a critical role in driving sector growth. Initiatives like the IIJA and IRA are pivotal for capitalizing on emerging opportunities within construction and manufacturing. 2.2 Labor shortages. Labor shortages continue to plague all sectors, necessitating innovative strategies to fill skill gaps. The construction sector alone reported an average of 382,000 job openings per month. Driven by the need for specialized skills in evolving fields such as data centers and semiconductor facilities. 2.3 Technological integration. Technology adoption is on the rise, with sectors increasingly leveraging AI, robotics, and digital tools to enhance efficiency and productivity. Construction companies are utilizing digital twin technologies in building information modeling (BIM) to optimize operations, while manufacturers are integrating generative AI to streamline processes. 3. Differences between sources. 3.1 Growth projections. While Deloitte projects optimistic growth for the construction sector, GlobalData offers more conservative forecasts. GlobalData anticipates a 2.8% growth in global construction output for 2025, reflecting regional disparities, particularly in Europe and China, where demand remains sluggish due to inflationary pressures. 3.2 Focus areas. Deloitte emphasizes the necessity of innovative labor strategies and technological advancements, whereas GlobalData highlights broader economic trends and the effects of government stimulus on construction output. 4. Complete timeline of events. 2023 to 2024, the construction market began a notable rebound, driven by significant government stimulus. By mid-2024, the Dodge Momentum Index indicated rising confidence among construction developers. Late 2024, the Federal Reserve's decision to cut interest rates by 50 basis points is set to increase demand, particularly in residential construction. 2025, continued government investment and easing monetary conditions are expected to catalyze growth in all three sectors. The construction industry is poised for renewed momentum, focusing on residential projects, while the manufacturing sector anticipates increased consumer demand. 5. Sector-specific insights. 5.1 Transportation sector. The transportation sector is experiencing transformation due to technological advancements and government investments aimed at improving infrastructure and efficiency. The anticipated growth in this sector is primarily driven by the need for sustainable transportation solutions and the modernization of existing systems. Investments in electric vehicle infrastructure and smart transportation technologies are also expected to play a significant role in propelling growth. 5.2 Telecommunications sector. The telecommunications sector is on the verge of significant growth, largely due to increased demand for connectivity and the expansion of 5G networks. Government initiatives aimed at enhancing broadband access in underserved areas will further stimulate growth. The integration of advanced technologies such as IoT and AI in telecommunications is projected to enhance service delivery and operational efficiency, contributing to overall sector growth. 5.3 Construction sector. The construction sector is projected to lead the growth narrative. Driven by substantial government investment and a rebound in residential construction. Key projects under the IIJA and IRA are expected to create jobs and stimulate economic activity, creating a positive feedback loop that further supports growth. Additionally, the integration of sustainable practices and materials will be crucial as the sector adapts to evolving market demands. Conclusion. The intersection of government investments, technological advancements, and addressing labor shortages positions the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors for robust growth by mid-2025. However, challenges such as labor shortages and regional disparities in demand will require strategic adaptation. As these sectors evolve, stakeholders must remain agile, leveraging opportunities to enhance productivity and drive innovation. This report aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the anticipated growth in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors, equipping stakeholders with the insights necessary to navigate the evolving landscape effectively. 1. Discrepancy in growth projections. While the anticipated overall growth in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors is projected at 35% by Q2 2025, GlobalData's forecast presents a significantly lower figure of 2.8% for global construction output. This divergence highlights a counterintuitive perspective where optimistic projections from some analysts contrast sharply with more conservative estimates, particularly in regions like Europe and China, which are experiencing economic headwinds. 2. Labor shortages versus employment growth. The narrative around labor shortages in the construction sector indicates a persistent challenge, with an average of 382,000 job openings reported monthly. However, the employment level in construction has surged to 8.3 million, surpassing pre-2006 levels. This creates a counterintuitive scenario where, despite high job openings, the sector is simultaneously experiencing significant employment growth, suggesting a mismatch between available jobs and skilled labor. 3. Technological adoption and workforce dynamics. The integration of advanced technologies such as AI and robotics is seen as a solution to labor shortages. However, this reliance on technology may inadvertently exacerbate skill mismatches in the workforce as the demand for new digital skills grows. The counterintuitive aspect here is that while technology is intended to enhance productivity, it may also widen the gap between available jobs and the skills of the existing labor pool. 4. Government investment versus regional economic weakness. The expectation that government investments, particularly from acts like the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act (IIJA) and the Inflation Reduction Act (IRA), will drive growth in the construction sector is at odds with the observed weakening demand in certain regions. Specifically, inflationary pressures in Europe and China are leading to lower construction activity, challenging the assumption that government spending will uniformly stimulate growth across all regions. 5. Evolving skill requirements contradicting workforce aging. The construction industry faces an aging workforce, with projections indicating that the average age of craft workers will reach 46 years by 2030. Simultaneously, there is an increasing demand for digital and specialized skills. The counterintuitive element is how the industry can address labor shortages while also requiring a new generation of workers who possess advanced technological skills, creating a dual challenge of retaining older workers while attracting younger talent with different expectations. 6. Investment in clean technology. While substantial investments in clean technology totaling over $31 billion in 2024 are seen as a positive indicator for the manufacturing sector's growth, the slowdown in investment in electric vehicles suggests a cautious approach among manufacturers. This presents a paradox where the push for clean technology is strong. Yet companies are hesitant to fully commit to electrification due to slower than expected market adoption. 7. Financial strategies for growth. Large construction firms are expected to optimize their portfolios through strategic divestitures and focus on core business areas to enhance performance. However, smaller firms are simultaneously seeking market share and growth, often attracting interest from larger firms and private equity investors. This presents a counterintuitive situation where the strategies of large firms to streamline and focus may contrast with the growth aspirations of smaller firms, indicating a fragmented growth landscape. 8. Impact of interest rates on market dynamics. The anticipated reduction in interest rates is expected to stimulate growth across sectors. However, the ongoing high costs and inflationary pressures may still dampen immediate investment decisions and consumer spending. This counterintuitive relationship suggests that while lower interest rates are typically associated with increased economic activity, other prevailing economic conditions could negate this effect. 9. Regulatory changes and market uncertainty. The potential for regulatory shifts following the 2024 elections introduces a layer of uncertainty that could impact investment in both clean technology and manufacturing. The counterintuitive element lies in the fact that while companies are poised for growth through technological advancements, they may simultaneously hold back on investments due to fears of changing regulations, illustrating a tension between readiness for growth and caution driven by external factors. 10. Diverging industry perspectives on economic recovery. The optimism reflected in growth projections for the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors contrasts with the caution expressed by some analysts regarding potential economic slowdowns. This creates a counterintuitive dynamic where industries expect robust growth despite underlying economic uncertainties that could impede progress. These counterintuitive insights reflect the complexities and nuances of the anticipated growth in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors, highlighting the interplay between optimism and caution in the evolving global economic landscape. The anticipated growth of 35% in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025 is rooted in a convergence of economic recovery, government investments, and technological advancements. While many key insights may be discussed in detail, several significant aspects often overlooked in such reports hold immense implications for the sector's future. 1. Labor shortages and skill gaps. The persistent talent shortage across these sectors is often understated, yet it is critical. The construction industry alone is reported to have an average of 382,000 job openings monthly, with a significant demand for specialized skills. The integration of advanced technologies such as AI and robotics is essential to addressing these shortages. Firms are increasingly recognizing the need for innovative workforce strategies to adapt to an evolving labor market. The aging workforce further complicates this issue. Projections indicate that the average age of craft workers will be 46 by 2030. If these concerns are not adequately addressed, the anticipated growth could falter due to a lack of skilled labor. 2. Technological integration beyond basic automation. While the report highlights the importance of technological integration, it fails to fully explore the transformative potential of advanced technologies such as digital twins, generative AI, and robotics. The application of digital twin technology allows firms to create virtual replicas of physical assets, leading to improved efficiency and project outcomes. The competition among industry leaders will hinge on who can best leverage these technologies to optimize processes. Moreover, generative AI's role in enhancing creative problem-solving and design processes is a significant advancement that could redefine operational paradigms within the industry. 3. Regional variations in economic growth. The discrepancy between optimistic growth projections from sources like Deloitte and more conservative forecasts from GlobalData is often overlooked. Variations in regional recovery, particularly in Europe and parts of Asia, will have profound implications for global supply chains. The anticipated decline in construction output in these regions due to inflationary pressures may hinder the overall growth trajectory of the transportation and telecommunications sectors. Understanding these regional dynamics is essential for stakeholders looking to navigate the global landscape effectively. 4. Impact of government policies and infrastructure investments. The critical role of government policies, particularly through acts like the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the Inflation Reduction Act, cannot be overstated. However, the report does not delve deeply into the potential for these policies to shift funding priorities based on political changes. For example, the upcoming elections could lead to significant alterations in infrastructure spending impacting project timelines and funding availability. Companies must stay agile and responsive to these policy shifts to maintain their competitive edge. 5. Financial strategies in a changing economic landscape. The financial landscape for construction firms is shifting, with increased focus on strategic divestitures and private equity investments. The report mentions the surge in mergers and acquisitions but does not fully explore how these financial maneuvers can reshape competitive dynamics. The focus on optimizing capital allocation and refining operational strategies in response to economic conditions will significantly influence which firms thrive or struggle in the coming years. The potential for increased private equity investment in clean technology presents a unique opportunity for companies to align with sustainability goals. 6. Sustainability and clean technology investments. The emphasis on clean technology investments is often overshadowed by broader economic discussions. The growth of the clean technology sector is not merely a trend, it represents a fundamental shift in how industries approach production and operations. Companies that strategically invest in clean technologies will not only comply with regulatory pressures but also meet rising consumer demand for sustainable practices. The report suggests cautious optimism regarding clean technology adoption. But the long-term benefits of integrating sustainability into core business strategies are profound and warrant further exploration. 7. Global supply chain resilience. While the report touches on supply chain dynamics, it does not adequately emphasize the necessity for resilience in the face of geopolitical tensions. The ongoing volatility in global shipping routes and potential disruptions from conflicts can significantly impact project costs and timelines. Companies must develop robust contingency strategies to navigate these uncertainties effectively. This includes diversifying supply sources and investing in technologies that enhance supply chain visibility and responsiveness. 8. Consumer demand and behavioral shifts. The anticipated growth in these sectors must also consider changing consumer behaviors and demands that stem from the post-pandemic recovery. The shift toward digital services and remote operations is reshaping the telecommunications landscape, necessitating companies to adapt their offerings to meet new consumer expectations. The integration of AI and data analytics can provide firms with insights to better tailor their services to an evolving market. Conclusion. The anticipated growth of 35% in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025 is underpinned by various factors, yet the nuances behind these trends are often overlooked. Addressing labor shortages, harnessing technological advancements, navigating regional economic variances, understanding policy impacts, refining financial strategies, and aligning with sustainability goals are all critical components that stakeholders must consider. By focusing on these often overlooked elements, companies can better position themselves for success in a rapidly changing global environment. 1. Government investment as a catalyst for growth. The anticipated growth of 35% in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025 can be largely attributed to significant government investments. Acts like the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act (IIJA) and the Inflation Reduction Act (IRA) are expected to drive substantial demand across these sectors, particularly in construction. Government spending plays a critical role in not only stimulating economic activity but also in addressing infrastructure gaps and enabling projects that might not be feasible through private investment alone. 2. Technological integration and innovation. The integration of advanced technologies is reshaping the operations within the construction and manufacturing sectors. Tools such as building information modeling (BIM), digital twin technology, and artificial intelligence (AI) are enhancing productivity and operational efficiency. These technologies help firms optimize project management, improve safety, and streamline processes, which are essential in meeting the increasing demand for infrastructure and construction projects. As companies increasingly adopt these digital tools, they can better manage labor shortages and improve overall project delivery times. 3. Labor shortages and workforce strategies. A persistent labor shortage is a challenge across the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors, with the construction industry alone facing an average of 382,000 job openings monthly. The aging workforce and the need for specialized skills in emerging areas like data centers and renewable energy projects exacerbate this issue. Companies are responding by implementing innovative workforce strategies such as adopting automation technologies, offering cross-training opportunities, and forming partnerships with educational institutions to develop a skilled labor pool. Addressing these labor challenges will be crucial for sustaining growth in the coming years. 4. Diverging growth projections and regional variations. While projections for growth in the construction sector are optimistic, with Deloitte forecasting significant increases, GlobalData presents a more conservative view, anticipating only 2.8% growth in global construction output by 2025. This discrepancy highlights the regional variations in demand and economic conditions, particularly in areas like Europe and China, where inflationary pressures may dampen growth. Understanding these differences is vital for companies to strategize their market approaches effectively and capitalize on opportunities where demand is strongest. In summary, the interplay of government investment, technological advancements, workforce challenges, and regional economic variations will significantly shape the trajectory of growth in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by mid-2025. Analyzing these factors in depth can provide valuable insights into strategic planning and operational adjustments needed to navigate the anticipated changes in the global landscape. 1. The New Deal 1933 to 1939. The New Deal was a series of programs and projects instituted during the Great Depression by President Franklin D. Roosevelt aimed at restoring economic stability and growth in the United States. It included significant government investment in infrastructure, such as roads, bridges, and buildings, which significantly boosted the construction sector. The New Deal's emphasis on public works projects not only provided immediate employment but also laid the groundwork for long-term economic recovery in various sectors, including transportation and telecommunications. 2. The Interstate Highway System 1956. Initiated by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 established the Interstate Highway System, which radically transformed the transportation landscape in the United States. This massive infrastructure project involved the construction of over 41,000 miles of highways and significantly spurred growth in the transportation and construction sectors. It facilitated easier movement of goods and people, contributing to the economic boom in the post-war era and influencing the telecommunications industry by promoting better connectivity across regions. 3. The Marshall Plan 1948 to 1952. Officially known as the European Recovery Program. The Marshall Plan was an American initiative that provided economic aid to Western European countries after World War II. It aimed to rebuild war-torn regions, remove trade barriers, modernize industry, and improve European prosperity. The plan led to significant investments in infrastructure including transportation networks and telecommunications systems, contributing to a robust recovery in the construction sector and fostering economic growth across Europe. The Marshall Plan is often cited as a successful example of strategic government investment leading to widespread economic improvement. Future outlook: predictions for the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors by Q2 2025. Overview. By Q2 2025, the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors are projected to experience remarkable growth, estimated at 35%. This growth is driven by a confluence of factors including economic recovery, substantial government investments, and advancements in technology. Analyzing the competitive landscape reveals both opportunities and challenges that these sectors will face in the near future. 1. Economic recovery and government investments. The global economy is expected to rebound significantly by mid-2025, spurred by ongoing government initiatives aimed at infrastructure development and economic stimulation. Key legislation such as the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act (IIJA) and the Inflation Reduction Act (IRA) will continue to inject capital into critical projects. Transportation sector. Investments in transportation infrastructure including roads, bridges, and public transit systems are anticipated to surge. Projects related to electric vehicle (EV) infrastructure will also gain momentum as governments push for greener alternatives. Telecommunications sector. With the continued rollout of 5G networks globally, investments in telecommunications will accelerate. The demand for enhanced connectivity, especially in rural and underserved areas, will drive growth as companies expand their service offerings. Construction sector. The construction industry is set to benefit from rising residential and commercial projects driven by lower interest rates and increased consumer confidence. According to Deloitte, the construction sector's nominal value added is likely to see a substantial increase, with a projected 12% rise in gross output in 2024 alone. 2. Technological advancements. The integration of advanced technologies is expected to reshape all three sectors significantly. Automation and AI. The construction industry will leverage AI and robotics to improve efficiency and reduce labor costs. Technologies like building information modeling (BIM) and digital twin technologies will be widely adopted, allowing for better project management and resource allocation. Telecommunication innovations. Telecommunications will see an uptick in the use of artificial intelligence to optimize network management and improve customer service experiences. The expansion of IoT devices and applications will further enhance connectivity and real-time data usage. Smart transportation solutions. Autonomous vehicles and smart traffic management systems will gain traction, improving efficiency in transportation logistics. Additionally, the integration of AI in logistics will streamline operations, reduce costs, and enhance customer satisfaction. 3. Labor market challenges. While growth prospects are bright, a persistent challenge remains: the labor shortage across these sectors. A significant gap in skilled labor is expected to impact the ability to meet increased demand. Skill mismatch. The construction and manufacturing industries are particularly affected, with a critical need for skilled workers in emerging areas such as clean technology and data center construction. Innovative strategies, including partnerships with educational institutions and enhanced training programs, will be essential to address these shortages. Attracting talent. Companies will need to enhance their workforce strategies to attract younger generations who have different expectations regarding work-life balance and job satisfaction. This includes offering flexible work environments, career development opportunities, and competitive compensation packages. 4. Regional growth variations. While the overall outlook is promising, growth will not be uniform across regions. North America. The United States is expected to lead in growth due to strong government support and a robust economic recovery. The transportation sector in particular will benefit from extensive infrastructure projects. Asia-Pacific, countries like India and China will see substantial growth driven by urbanization and increased demand for infrastructure. However, challenges such as regulatory hurdles and supply chain disruptions may temper this growth. Europe, growth in Europe is likely to be more subdued, as many countries face inflationary pressures and economic instability. Nevertheless, investments in green technologies and sustainable infrastructure will remain a priority. 5. Sustainability and environmental considerations. The emphasis on sustainability will shape strategic decisions across all sectors. Green infrastructure construction will increasingly focus on sustainable practices, with the use of eco-friendly materials and energy-efficient designs becoming commonplace. Government incentives for green building practices will further fuel this trend. Telecommunications and transportation, the push for greener technologies including electric vehicles and renewable energy sources will influence investment decisions. Companies that prioritize sustainability will gain a competitive edge. Conclusion. By Q2 2025, the anticipated 35% growth in the transportation, telecommunications, and construction sectors will hinge on economic recovery, technological advancements, and government investments. However, challenges such as labor shortages, regional disparities, and the need for sustainable practices will require strategic adaptation. Companies that embrace innovation and focus on workforce development will be best positioned to thrive in this evolving landscape.